We OG, we OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got D or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Yeah. Experts on reload. Yeah. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got D or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock. Ayy. Rooms is coming. Everybody on a knot. Ayy. It's a nuisance. Ordinal Revolution. Ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the steel. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nuki on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. Started Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution. Ayy, Bitcoin is the one, no substitution. Ayy, with Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystem. What is up, guys? We have a great show for you guys today. We are live for another Ordinal Hour, and it's going to be explosive one. We got so much to go over. Like, there is a lot, guys. I was just going through the timeline, and yeah, the prices are down on things, but the activity is as high as I've seen it in a while. We have a lot of builders are building stuff. A lot of things are really taking off, especially yesterday. RSM went from a $5 million market cap to a 7.6. The Black Runner called them the Trek of Runes, which was huge. I think a lot of people started to wake up to see what they are and start looking into them a little bit. And the price rocket over there. We got a lot of stuff happening. The images are really being inscribed right now. We're going to get into that a little later. Rooney is live. Fractal Bitcoin just put out a post. We're going to get into that. And Track, they're talking about a new snapshot. We're going to get our thoughts on that. And obviously, we're getting into Bitcoin price action and then everything that's happening in the Bitcoin space as well. Because, Simon Dixon had a quote that was pretty funny that we'll get into as well. But without further ado, I'm bringing my partner here, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? So markets are down. Are you feeling down, bro?
Yeah, I had to wear my Ordinals Are Dead t-shirt just because, so sad. No. This is fine. This is perfectly fine. We had a good little draw back up, and we're seeing some sell-off, right? So, I mentioned before the first half of the week could be choppy and, maybe a little bit of drawdown. And that's what it looks like it's playing out, right? But I do think Friday we have some positive price action.
Yeah, so yeah, I agree. I think we're gonna get some relief here between like the 4th, 5th, or 6th, and then next week with the CPI, I think that's when it really starts to take off. I think CPI, I think I said that it was the 12th. I'm pretty sure, and I think that could escalate into a really good July. I think, and to our point here, to the sky in July. I think we have some lift off. We have to wait for lift off to happen, but I think once we lift off, guys, I think that's when we won't see these numbers for a very, very long time, if ever again. 60K will be something. I remember 60,000 when we're sitting here at like 600,000. So
that'll be a very celebrated day at 600,000 Bitcoin.
I think it's going to happen, bro, because Plan B, Bitcoin June closing was 62,676, and he had a new dot. He finally posted the dot. Like I was complaining yesterday that we didn't get the dot yet, and here it is. It's a little bit down from here. So we have 2 red dots now. As you see over here, we have the 2 red dots pretty close to each other. This one's a little higher. So we're getting there, guys. This one. So we got how many to orange? So we got our second one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 away from orange, it looks like. On this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 or 9. So the orange is when really explosion happens. So we're getting there. I think we come up here. I think my target is still 700K, and around this point right here. I think we're gonna hit this right up here, if not a little higher.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so basically six red dots until orange. So that's 6 months.
Yeah.
So if you put that in here, then we're looking at January.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But the red dots obviously lead up to the orange, right? So it doesn't mean that 6 months we're going to be stagnant completely. No. We could definitely hit another all-time high in the red dot zone.
You see over here, the yellow we peaked. The yellow we peaked, right? This was the only time where we kind of we also peaked in yellow. So every peak they're in yellow. So we're gonna have to get red, orange, yellow, and then eventually green, right? So
yeah. Well, yeah, and it's funny because last cycle a lot of people talk about manipulation, and it shows the orange and yellow. That's the only cycle that orange and yellow really peaked. I don't know. That first one looks like there was an orange up there, or is that a yellow on that first cycle?
First one, it's really yellow. I would say. I mean, it was the third, fourth orange, which we don't get a lot of orange according to this chart over here. So,
Gotcha.
But yeah, it was definitely a cluster though on the downtrend. So it stayed pretty high on the yellow. So, but I think we hit orange around about 300K, and then we hit some yellow around 700K. So we'll see.
Yes, we shall see. We shall see. We got a lot of red though ahead of us.
Yeah. So. Well, yeah, for sure. So we got about 7 or 8 more red dots. So for sure. But this is the only time where red's actually good. Red means after halving, right? So
yeah. Exactly.
All right. So I'm getting some Bitcoin news before we get into some other stuff. So Bitcoin now accepted in over 380 businesses in Costa Rica. People are thinking that Costa Rica could be one of the next countries that make Bitcoin legal tender. And if businesses are already participating, it's an easy easy go over. Costa Rica, I think they use I think their own version of the peso. So I'm not sure. What do you think about this? Another country, South American country really digging into Bitcoin.
Yeah, I think Costa Rica has been using it for a while, or accepting it, right? And so it's actually really close to El Salvador, right? You got Honduras, Nicaragua in between, but they're both a part of that Central America. So it makes sense, that I'm sure these other countries will probably start accepting Bitcoin as well. But yeah, I mean, Costa Rica is a perfect destination for Bitcoiners to, or for businesses to accept Bitcoin, because everybody loves to go to Costa Rica. It's been one of the safest Latin American countries forever. So it makes sense to kind of, just jump on that trend. And, it's already nice, but maybe it'll get even nicer, right? If it becomes kind of like a Bitcoin nation, if you will.
Yeah, man. Moving on here, Bitcoin ETF saw 130 million of inflows yesterday, the largest in 3 weeks. People were really pushing the price up. That's what we saw. We saw a lot of money come into Bitcoin yesterday, and it feels like I don't know what today's going to look like for the ETFs, but a lot of money seems to be coming out of there. What do you think about this?
Yeah, probably some people trying to get those. I mean, it's still low prices. Obviously, we had a downturn today, but Bitcoin at low 60,000s. I think you can't be too greedy and want 50,000 because it might never get there, right? So that could be some of it. That could also attribute to some of the sell-off because we did pull back up from last Friday, barely tagging 59,000 and then getting all the way to 63.8. So you're looking at almost a $4,000 swing, right?
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
We definitely were overbought a little bit, even though we were sold down very hard the past, 3 weeks really, but past week. And so this just could be people taking profit today. But, they're going to keep breaking these records of inflows and we're going to probably see some crazy numbers as we're heading up.
Yeah, I agree. The city of Lugano, Switzerland, launches Plan B Business School to teach students about Bitcoin. I mean, this is something that we're probably going to see more and more of as well. Switzerland is very Bitcoin friendly. Ethereum was actually created in Switzerland, in one of these little small cities. So it's pretty big, and you can actually go to the original Ethereum house. They call it the Hacker House, the original one in Switzerland. So this is just big. I mean, Switzerland's probably going to lead the charge on crypto. They've been in Bitcoin since the very early days. They're one of the few countries to really open it up. So I know this is big.
Yeah, I mean, Switzerland has always been kind of like this financial, like mecca
Haven
type of city. Yeah. So yeah, this is cool. Plan B. So he's behind this, I assume, right? Or
well, he's
is
from
it like,
Switzerland, so he's not doxxed, so he probably wouldn't put his name on it, but we'll see.
yeah,
I'm sure he's involved somehow.
yeah. Plan B. Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Playing Bitcoin. All right, moving along here. This is a tweet from Simon Dixon, Bitcoiner. He said, "Don't you love how we can spy on the government just like they spy on us? German government sends another 282 Bitcoin worth 18 million to exchanges. That's pretty awesome.
I do love that.
I saw this tweet. Shout out Yasher. He put this in the Telegram. We have news and stuff like that for the show, and he helps out big time there. We appreciate him. But he put this in there, and I as soon as I saw it, I laughed, and I was like, I definitely got to add this to the show. But yeah. So yeah, anytime the U.S. sends money to Coinbase, we see it. Anytime Germany wants to paper hand some Bitcoin here, and I saw this one as well. It says German government paper handing another 282 Bitcoin. So it's just great that they're being stupid and they're going to regret every decision that they're making here. It's like, do you really need $18 million? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Damn Bitcoin.
If you need $18 million for that bad and you're a major country in the world
who can create their own
big
money
problems. Yeah. But this is probably why all the politicians and these big like global entity leaders didn't want crypto to be adopted, right? Because they push a message that's the opposite, saying that it's untraceable and you get like drug dealers use it and all this stuff. No, it's actually very traceable. I know that sucks, but traceable in terms of like once you do off ramp, right? So I can imagine like politicians being terrified about like not taking, not being able to take crypto, for like these backdoor deals and stuff now. So they're probably scared of it. You just can't hide. You can't cheat. You can't do things like that if this, technology gets adopted into main, governments of countries, right? So I hope this continues on.
All right. We'll jump right into the Bitcoin price action, sir. If you wouldn't mind showing us your charts. And I hear that you're going to put your prediction for Friday in on a Tuesday. You're 2 for 2. Are you willing to
break the record? Yeah, I don't care. I'm not a pro or anything at this, so I just do my best. So don't kill me too much, guys. All right, so start off always with the 1 hour. But before we do that, guys, if you're watching from YouTube, please, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and also smash that like for us. And then on the Twitter side, please share this space, guys. We want to educate as many people as possible, but let's get right into it. So leading up to yesterday, we let's see right here, we got back to 63,700. Really, we touched 63,850 here, and then we started our downtrend, and that was what is that? That's 1 o'clock yesterday Central, right? We really started our descent then, and it makes sense because we were a little bit overbought here. Not too crazy considering what we went through, like I said, the past 3 weeks, but the pendulum always swings back and forth, right? So when I was looking this morning before our show, I was like, okay, we're down here. We've been oversold or a lot of sell pressure from the MACD. We could see a pop back up and see some recovery, but it decided, no, we're not done. And so I actually think that we go a little bit further down to maybe like 61.5 around there for the rest of the day, possibly lower. So the short term is not looking too great, but if it decides to turn, we have been down here for a while now. So, I don't know how much longer the sell pressure is going to last here, but It just doesn't. I don't feel like a really positive price sentiment for today for Bitcoin, right? So I'm just going to say that, I feel like the rest of today we might bounce back to 62.5, 62.3, but I feel like we're going to see lower. So that's a short term on the 1 hour. The 4 hour actually makes me think that we're going to see down for today and tomorrow. As you can see here, we had a lot of buy pressure from the MACD starting from the 24th, right? I mean, we were in oversold multiple times. We never touched, overbought multiple times. We never touched oversold once. And so now we're heading back, and I think we're going to go into oversold for the 4 hour chart. And you can see we started our first little red candle on the MACD. So how long this lasts, I imagine it has to last kind of a decent little amount of time here, because we haven't spent much time at all in oversold on the 4 hour chart. The last time was on the 24th, and the time before that was the 21st, and we just barely kind of hung out there. We didn't really go back. So that's what makes me a little bit worried for the next 2 days. But I do think it is a little bit shorter lived. It's not going to be a long, staying in oversold for very, very long. I think maybe a little bit longer than these two, but maybe it's just more intense, right, for the next 2 days. Then we have Thursday, which would be the 4th of July. And I do think Friday we do have a bounce back, right? And when I say sell down, I don't think we go crazy and touch 59 necessarily, or 58. I think maybe we can get to like 60,500 around there, but come back up and more chop than anything. But here's that 12 hour chart that I really like. I like the fact that we are still up here and overbought. Yes, it is correcting a little bit here, but even if we bounce below the 80 point mark on the stochastic RSI, I don't expect us to go like straight down to oversold. I actually expect us to bounce down a little bit and bounce back up. So this is the longer term 2-week forecast chart here. So I think this is just correction. And then, we start to get into more positive price action, maybe early next week, middle next week. But my price prediction for this Friday, I actually think that we bounce back. Thursday, I think it's going to be kind of boring price action wise towards the end of the day. Maybe bounce back up a little bit. I expect this to get to 64.5, 65 on Friday. I'm probably completely wrong though.
Yeah. So what you want to lock in your price target for Friday? 60.
Yeah.
What do you want?
64.5.
64.5. You guys heard it. So he's 2 for 2, guys. So we'll see if he can go 3 for 3. He has given his prediction a little sooner than he did last 2 weeks. So we will see. I'm curious to see if you make it. All right, guys, let's jump into the fear and greed here. We are at a 51 in greed, 53 greed yesterday, 46 greed last week. So we are improving a little bit. We are feeling a little bit to the green side instead of the orange from the fear and greed chart. So does this have any thing? Are you thinking anything about this or no?
I think that we'll probably pull some back for tomorrow. Yeah. If it hits where I think it's going to go today, which is like 61.5, 61,000, maybe even lower than that. So that would be good. I felt like it's aggressive. It's so aggressive the way it swings, to the right now. Yeah. And I don't know why it's so aggressive that way. We are in a bull market. I know that, like, even though it doesn't seem like it, maybe that's why. And I don't know. Have we been? I haven't been hearing much about like meme tokens on like other chains still going off. Have you?
No, there's nothing. But Solana's been super quiet. I know. A good telltale that would be how Mother is doing, and Mother is the Iggy Azalea token, and she's still very active.
Mother.
So that's not doing very well over there, I don't think. And I think French Montana launched a base token that's not doing well. So the bigger stars in the space, the Jason Derulo's of the world, their coins are just not doing well right now, which kind of shows you where we're at, kind of in the markets of of what people are thinking.
Degeneracy.
No this crap right now, yeah. And like Wendy O had a good tweet today, basically saying that no one else is paying attention besides crypto Twitter. Like no one else cares. So it just made me think, like, that's why, I mean, views are down, obviously, on a lot of things. So it's not just, here, it's everywhere from BitBoy to the, Rand. Rand's not even putting out videos right now because he just knows that, it's just not worth it. I think he's taking a vacation and stuff like that. So it's one of those things where these big guys are kind of used to these sideways markets, and they know when to really start pushing content. And I think we'll get a, we're here every day. We don't care if the market's low or high, so it's not the big thing for us. But we're not rich yet, so I guess when we're rich as Rand, maybe things change. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's just one of those things where
Never
it's just
change.
it's definitely a low in the market for sure.
Yep, I feel it too. But this is the perfect time to research and focus on who's building, right? And that's what we're going to bring to you guys.
100%. And guys, yesterday was Merlin Monday. It was fun. I just want to let everyone know everything is out. We still need one person to send their address. So look at your DMs if you won yesterday, and send it over. So only thing we still have to send out is the Rothia mine. I sent out 5 high passes yesterday, and Ben Schiller sent out the egg. So just waiting on one address so I can send that over to Sam and get that paid out. So just yeah. And
Make
guys,
sure
next Monday, we're giving away more high passes. What are you saying? Sorry.
No, that's what I was going to say. Go ahead and finish.
Yeah, next Monday, we're going to give out more high passes. Jeff said he's going to add some stuff to next Merlin Monday. We're going to be doing a spaces with the Merlin guys this week. Do you remember which day that is?
Friday.
Friday
at
night?
8 p.m. Eastern. Yep.
Oh, awesome. So we'll be doing a spaces with them. So tune into that. And then we're going to give more details, kind of push the Merlin Monday thing out a little bit further to a lot of Eastern builders. We're going to have some Eastern builders come on the show as well. So we're excited for that. We're excited to really kind of, we want to be the bridge to East and West from US to China and everywhere in between. So, yep. All right, we'll get into the roll call, my favorite part of the show. Guys, you guys, yeah, we need more comments, guys. We need more comments in here. We need to know who's here. We know you're watching. We know you're watching. Just put a comment in there. Just put a yo. Let's get into the roll call. Let's get as many people
in there, man.
Put a Q. Put a bunch of Qs. Who knows what that might get you? Look at Danny. But I'm gonna hit the graveyard real quick. So yesterday I came on around like 9 o'clock and I saw some posts in there, and for some reason YouTube doesn't carry them over. So Mr. Hanky was in there. Danny Boy was in there, of course. Danny Boy's always in there. Appreciate you, my friend. And PJNZ was in there. In the graveyard, he says. Yeah, it's PNG from the graveyard. But let's see who first is. And it's my man, the myth, the legend. He helps us so much. He is part of the Ordinal Revolution. Shout out Yasher. Greetings, dear people. God bless you all. Appreciate you, my friend. You win today like you win every day. You're a winner in our eyes for sure. Followed by PJNZ out of the graveyard, back into the chat. He said, let's go. Ready for some July gains. Hell yeah, bro. Let's get it. And then Cache Cats is in the building with GM, and he always brings his coffee and his donuts. I feel like the day we meet him, he's just gonna have a coffee and donuts for us. Just like, here you go, guys. Chief Axel is here. Mighty Sono is in the building. No, one of the winners from yesterday. Rick G is in the building. Appreciate Rick G. He just wants the long BRZ 20s. That's all he ever wants.
You can do it on surf. You can long Port and Merle and Sats, and I think those are the 3 BRC 20s. I feel like pizza's coming to surf, but we'll see.
Patty Poo is here, the Bitcoin Machine. Yeah, we're supposed to have the Bitcoin Machine at 12:30. They haven't responded to my message yet, so we don't know if they're going to be coming on or not. But Patty Poo, hit up your guys, man. We're supposed to have them guys on at 12:30. But we'll see. Patty Poo says Uniworlds, Key of Destiny, read white paper, Fractal Bitcoin can be used. Yeah, we're gonna go over that a little bit later. Not really too much Uniworlds, but more of the Fractal Bitcoin stuff. Lackey Lukey is here. Tim Baker, AOD Art, what is going on, my friend? We appreciate you. He says, what's popping? Super fan, we got you in the banners today, buddy. So stay tuned for that.
I can't wait till that project's launched. I want to mess with it.
Yeah, man.
Bitcoin here.
Chain Watchers here says, do Shizzy and Yagobi always wear their caps off air too? Yeah, dude, I'm balding, so it's like I never take my hat off.
Actually, yeah. I'll not wear it sometimes, but a lot of times I'll wear it.
Yeah. And like it's not always the same hat. Like I have hundreds of these things, just so you guys know. They're all
100.
I got a lot. I order like 2 at a time. As soon as I get sweaty, I just replace them. So it's a different hat. Same, but different.
Do you wear that in public?
That's Bitcoin? Hell yeah. And dude, you know what's funny? I get in Philly? Fucking Boston fans. That's what I get. 'Cause
Really?
they're just stupid.
No.
Yeah, they think
Oh
this is the
my gosh.
Boston Red Sox thing. I was at
You
I was
should.
at the Phillies game, and he was like, one dude was like, "Oh, Red Sox fan, right?" I was like, "White Sox," and he looked at me all weird.
Dude, that's hilarious. I would be
They
like,
think
you
people are so
embarrass
stupid,
me.
dude. Once in a while, like in like a restaurant or something, there would be someone you get the point or the nod,
Yeah.
the
That
Bitcoiners.
actually happened to
Yeah,
me once. I took the
yeah,
wife to hibachi one day, and the hibachi chef was like, after because it was my black Bitcoin hat where you got to
yeah,
really look, right? And
yeah.
then after he realized it was a Bitcoin hat, he was like talking to me only the whole time, and I was like, this is awkward. Like, but anyways,
The hibachi chef, that's great.
yeah, the other people were like mad. I was
Yeah.
like, it's not my fault, man. Like,
I saw one dude. I did it to someone once. The dude was wearing like a Bitcoin hoodie, and he was like walking with his wife and his kid, and I just pointed at him and gave him a nod, and he saw my Bitcoin hat and he nodded back, and it's kind of like with the I forget who does it. I think it's the bikers when they pass each other, they like do like a sign to each other and stuff like that. It's kind of like similar to that. It's funny. But moving on here, we got Amir in the building. Appreciate you. You've been here a lot these days, man. We appreciate you being here, Amir. Cheaty's always here, man. We love Cheaty here. Cheaty is a beast. Oh, we have a question from Kick. This
no,
is
not Kick.
not
It's
Kick,
Twitch.
it's Twitch. Yeah. So we're live
Yeah.
on Twitch now, guys, and this is actually a big moment for us. This is our first ever question.
Yeah, but I don't think we can answer this. I don't think we can answer this question.
Yeah, he kind of wants us to give him some
don't try to get us. Don't try to get us fed. You're a fed. No,
but that's
kidding.
cool. Our
Welcome to
first
the
ever
show.
comment from Twitch. Yeah, no, seriously. Okay, sorry. TKO is here. I almost missed you, my friend. Let's see. Itatoshi is in the building. Itoshi is one of the winners from yesterday. #1 winner. He won yesterday. Congratulations. Johnny Utah is here. Appreciate Johnny. Verge. Okay, your first time here, I think. I don't remember seeing your name, but thank you so much for being here. Mike, my key for me. Appreciate you being here, my friend. BJ is in the building. Stewie Sats. I walk alone. He says, GM Order Revolution. Let's smash that like button. Share to all socials. Let's get this channel to 30K. We appreciate I walk alone, man. Always with a incredible post here. Crypto Slow is in the building. Let's go. I'll be hanging with Crypto Slow in Nashville. I got he rented out a mansion, and I'm gonna be rooming with him. So.
It's gonna be like MTV Cribs back in the day.
So shout out Crypto.
I like his post there. He says hashtag pre-rich, aka hood rich.
Hood rich. Shout out Crypto Slow here. Port City Investments is in the building. Let's go.
Satoshi Port City.
Nakamoto. Mats is here. Let's see. Crypto Cats is in the building. David Heyman is here. We'll get to your question in a little bit. No, you basically have a statement. He says those 18 million in Bitcoin from Germany is only a small amount. They are moving a total of 3 billion worth of seized Bitcoin to exchanges. So wow, talk about some sell pressure there. Tim Madden is here. Ethereum blockchain. It's been a while, my friend. Ant-Man is here. Let's see. Braggy is here. So GM homies from Twitter. Guys, we got to get more Twitter comments in here. If you're on Twitter and you're watching, put those comments in, guys. Come on. LSR is here, and then Chief Axel is here as well. Again, I said you once. I'll say you again because I just appreciate you so much. Thank you all, you guys, man. Everyone who's in the roll call every single day. You guys are the real winners, and we're gonna get to your ordinal news right now.
Yep. Is LSR? Is that Tindy? I feel like
no. That's
okay.
No. I mean, could be. I don't think so. Tendy would say some ratchet.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
That is true. Unless he was undercover.
Unless he's undercover, just getting his news. Track, they posted a thing. Guys, we have no information on this, which is really weird. Usually we get some leaked stuff out, but I'm shocked that I don't know what this is about. I'm kind of appalled. But Track goes, new snapshot approaching. Details coming tomorrow. The first thing that popped in my head was maybe a snapshot for Minus Tap holders. Minus Tap was the OG token. If you hold Minus Tap, you're an OG. Like if you even know what Minus Tap is, you're OG Tap as it comes.
Like, imagine being new to like our space and new to Tap's ecosystem, and they're like, someone asks you, "Do you have Minus Tap, Negative Tap?" And you're like, "What the heck is that?"
Because you can't even do negative tokens anymore. That's the best part. You know, it's like, so that was like the pre-curse update, right? So you could have curse tokens back then, and then minus tap was the test token, right? It was before he launched the actual tap token, which was on CoinList and will be airdropped to people that participated in that, and airdropped people who were there for the original snapshot of the track token. So I don't know if it's a third for tap or what, but they said 2 snapshots, and if it is, this will be the third one. But that's why I'm assuming this is for something else. Do you have any opinion on this?
Well, I want to say that that's another example of like our space being so unique and different from the rest of crypto, is that like that's when we talk about that, like if you know what minus tap is, obviously it's a cursed fungible token, right?
Yeah.
Which you can't curse any more inscriptions. And so it would be like having like a rare like year of Susan B. Anthony, whatever, like quarters, $50 or something like that. That's like in multiple different situations over here. You never hear about that kind of stuff on other like fungible tokens, right? So I think I love that. I absolutely love that about it. But if it is, then I'm happy because I got some minus tap.
Yeah, I got some too.
But yeah, I mean, that they're just building in stealth, and so hey, I'm here for the airdrop, whatever they're doing for the snapshot. Hopefully it's going to be either track holders or it's going to be negative tap holders, or we'll see what it is.
Maybe pipe holders as well. So, but they had another tweet here as well. They said round 1 of the validator license pre-sale is approaching, so now the perfect time to consider scale of the track network in the upcoming years. So they're basically saying like they're focused on track, right? So the track validator system, they're not giving, just because the tap stuff coming and the tap marketplace, they're still going to be here for the track token holders and the track network. So, which is huge, because that was one of the concerns for, I know me and you both talked about it in shows before, where we were scared that this could be dilution for track holders, but they're saying it's 2 different tokens and they both do 2 different things, and they're both very different from each other. So that's pretty big. And the way they say, it's going to scale. So
yeah, and I think that whoever has been like the advisors for the track team and tap ecosystem team and stuff, and I think they've not just realized it, probably realized it, maybe in the past couple months, that like the brand track success matters for that, for everything else. And so, you can see there's been effort put in to make sure that these track tokens are being, carefully like, strategized towards like what, stability and so I think that that's very important. Let's see how this first round of validator licenses go, because I think we're going to learn a lot after that, right? How much pent up demand is there to be able to own your own track validator, right? That will earn you tap tokens. So it's going to be very interesting. I'm hoping that the demand is really high, but we'll see.
Yeah, me too. I'm hoping we get another million locked up. They're going to be using these tokens to give to exchanges for listings. So potentially, I think that's the reason why you haven't seen track on anywhere really, is because they didn't have the track to give to these exchanges to get listed. So I mean, I think that's where a lot of the track's going to go, which is good, because it's free to the exchanges, but people can come buy it. So like and then that gets it listed and all that stuff. So I'm bullish on this. I'm bullish on track. I'm bullish on everything Benny's doing. I'm ready for it though. I don't know how much longer I can wait, but it's not the time to be launching. I get it. But being here every single day and waiting for this since August of last year, it's just been a wild ride, and I'm ready to see the next chapter for sure.
Yes, sir.
Well, speaking of next chapter, Fractal Bitcoin is the true solution for Bitcoin scaling? ? So this came out yesterday. It was a nice article from those guys. Really dove into what Fractal is, and I was right. It is a layer 2. It is a sidechain until we get Opcat, but they're basically taking the Bitcoin code, and you'll be able to mine this token using your Bitcoin ASIC and stuff, which kind of gives reason for people to start getting their ASICs back online to earn a different token. But I'm sure you can give us a lot more into this.
Yeah, so I dove into it a little bit deeper. I'm still learning about it, but it seems like what they're doing is they're replicating Bitcoin Core's code. They're also utilizing it using recursive inscriptions from their layer. So in a sense, they're actually calling it a layer 2 because they're going to be using Bitcoin script, and it's just going to be a lot more interoperable if they're able to pull this off, right? So I want to show some FAQs from their site that can maybe simplify this for the audience. So first of all, Fractal is this environment that is being supported by Unisat. There is another group as well with them. I think they're called BlockFi or something like, not BlockFi, BlockScale or something like that. Anyways. So what they're trying to do is basically really trying to make all layer 1. I found out is all Bitcoin layer 1 assets or fungible tokens. So it's not just BRC20s. They are obviously highlighting BRC20s because that is a part of the Unisat kind of ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
So let's get into some of the FAQs. So the first one is like, what are some use cases for Fractal, right? So they talk about stable coins and DeFi applications native to Bitcoin. Ordinal's large scale games and other applications are easily supported on Fractal. All applications are completely compatible with Bitcoin natively. So these are probably like things that can be built out. Also, like applications that can directly interact with Bitcoin's native layer, but then when you want to scale it, you would use Fractal, right? Because Fractal also communicates with Bitcoin's native layer as well. And it says, what's different about Fractal? And it says Fractal's unique, infinitely scalable framework based on recursion of Bitcoin Core software. So it's like using recursion and Bitcoin Core software package to get a lot of these, computations and commands completed, right? Or instances. It says it is instantly and completely compatible with Bitcoin and its infrastructure, supporting internet scale applications like never before. All right. Then real quick, it says, what does Fractal aim to do? Fractal aims to expand the capabilities of Bitcoin as a native scaling solution. Our core tenet is to be an extension of Bitcoin, enabling the growth and adoption of Bitcoin itself. We are only interested in solutions that are truly Bitcoin native. So they definitely are focusing on like a solution as close to layer 1 as possible for these Bitcoin layer 1 assets. All right, so these other questions here. This is the last one I'll read because these other two are pretty straightforward. But it says, what does Fractal care about? Why does Fractal care about virtualization? So this is a big part of what they're trying to do. Fractal believes it is extremely important that applications are self-consistent with Bitcoin in order to scale effectively. Just as other chains care about the chain compatibility and equivalence, Bitcoin applications should have their own standard that work perfectly with Bitcoin as well. So they are using like this virtualization approach that like operating systems use, like Windows and Microsoft and stuff like that. So that's what they're trying to use with the recursion and the Bitcoin Core software package, right? So it's going to be very interesting because this approach seems to be very like innovative with blockchain stuff, right? It's been used in like OSs and stuff like that, operating systems and stuff like that, but I haven't been able to really find any uses for blockchain stuff. Maybe there is, and I just don't know because I'm just diving deep into this like late yesterday, right? So, what do you think about this so far?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that got me was that it's months and months away, right? So they're saying September, but we know Dev Talk September means October. It might mean November, but that would be prime for a launch and stuff like that. So I just you're gonna have to bridge in all the BRC20s, right? It's not anything you can do on layer 1 Bitcoin. It's kind of if you would just take Bitcoin Cash, right, and then just make it a layer 2. It's very similar to that, and I mean, what I'm thinking, right?
Well, I think this is going to be more of like a layered, like a meta protocol type layer approach to it, as because this is inscription based. They're using recursion to interact with the core code, right? And so it's going to be very interesting because it's a totally different approach, right? One thing I will say is that with this technology, they are claiming that they'll be able to have 30-second blocks. So they're obviously going to use some sort of roll up type of approach with that, because that's the only thing I can think of for them to be able to have faster block confirmations. And that actually solves issue that Opcat can't solve by itself, because Opcat's not going to be able to affect the block sizes and transaction speeds unless you're creating a roll up that interacts with it, right? And so this is, I don't know, this is to me, I knew that they were building something. I mean, they've been building something for a long time, let's be honest. But I think out of all the entities that are saying, hey, we're building a scaling solution, I feel like Unisat is trying to time the release of whatever they have as close to matching up with the bull market as possible out of everybody. Like, I feel like they're kind of like, you know what, we have it. We're not going to tell everybody we have it, but we're not going to release it until it's prime optimal time for us to be able to benefit as much as possible. I mean, that's just my opinion and guess.
Well, the Nakamoto upgrade for stacks, which is very similar to this. I mean, it's pretty much the same. It's to me, I don't know, except they're not using like inscriptions and stuff like that. But I don't know, with Nakamoto update being in probably September. They said August, but it's been pushed back so often. So I don't know. Nakamoto upgrade seems to be very similar to the way they're doing 30-second blocks and all kind of rolled up on the Bitcoin and stuff like that. So we'll see. I'm not very bullish on this, honestly. Yagobi seems to be a lot more bullish than I am. I'm more of a wait and see guy. I'm more of a now guy. Right now it's Runes, and I think Tap is next, and obviously Maryland. They're the top three for me. But hey, with new information, my opinion changes. So we'll see.
Yeah,
I've seen the same thing happen before. So
I mean, it really does change based off of rollouts and informational updates. Because I mean, at the end of the day, we're waiting for all these rollouts. I mean, there's nothing that's like,
I'm going to use them
now.
all.
Yeah. So. And that's the thing too, guys. Like, I think like tribalism is okay for like meme coins. Like, you know what I mean? If you have a meme coin community and you want to pump the meme coin, then great. But once you get like tribalism to like an entire ecosystem that has multiple different assets, I think that could be a problem, right? Because like, are you here for innovation of the space, or are you here for only your bags? And I know that like a lot of people will fall into that, and I have too. Like, it's easy to, because like that's what you want to make more money. That's why you're here, right? But yeah, so I think we just got to take a step back and look at things. And I mean, it's clear right now the leader is Runes. You can tell by the market, and
the builders. There's so many builders, and that's the thing too. Is like, so they have the infrastructure. Now you got to find builders to build there. Right. And it's not as easy as building an EVM like on Merlin. You have to actually probably code it way differently. It's probably going to be tough. So you might not actually see some real TVL or some real dApps until late next year or early next year.
Yeah. And I do think that there's going to be a moment to where we feel like, liquidity division is going to be an issue. But right now it seems like that's an issue, because it probably is. If like we're looking at, I need to, take advantage of everything right now.
Yeah.
Once the bull market's here, we won't see that, in my opinion, right? But once the bull market's calmed down and we start to get bearish again, like actually start to enter the bear market, we'll see more of an issue with that. It'll be like the blur effect, right? People are gonna be like, why do we have so many meta protocols, and like we're just splitting, and people are just looking for things to complain about. Why am I losing? You know what I mean? That kind of mentality.
Yep. I agree. All right, jump to the next thing here. Runes terminal breaking. Rooney is live for trading. Gate McC Bitmart Runes ticker Rooney, and it's not doing very well. It's actually getting killed here. It's actually below the pre-sale price of 90 cents, so it's at 81 cents right now. So you can get in a little bit. Yeah, you can get in a few $1,000s worth under the pre-sale price of 90 cents. So this isn't doing too well. It's actually doing really bad. What do you think about Rooney? And you think this can really push up to at least the pre-sale price?
Once they start rolling out like a usable product, their launchpad is usable, right? So the launchpad. I'd love to hear some people's experiences with the Rooney launchpad. I have not used it yet. But the Runes Terminal Launchpad, if you have used it, please let us know what your experience was like. But so that's one of the products. The thing about them though is they have like 3 different products.
Yeah.
So if one of those hit hard, they'll be known for that. So I think that's whenever we'll start to see pick back up, or if the runes market picks up, then people start looking for utility projects eventually. That's another moment where I think they can pick up.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, to see this down at this price is a little shocking to me. Definitely a good buying opportunity. Like I said, you're getting in below the pre-sale price. Not much below, but still below.
Yeah.
All right, moving on here. You got RSM just killed it yesterday. They are dropping today a little bit, but they popped from top 20 to in the top 14 here. Sitting at 12.1 sats at a $7.5 million market cap. This was at a $5 million market cap yesterday. This was at a below $1 million market cap last week. This is really running hard here. Black Runner came out yesterday, and the reason why I think it did pop, they called it the track of runes. Insane. That's huge because when track was at a $7 million market cap, they were at like 7 cents and 11 cents. So this is like getting in track early. I'm not saying I don't believe that this is the track of runes. I think this is something a lot different. Track was building an indexer. These guys are building something that's way above my my head here. Kind of a programmable runes and stuff like that. So I saw the take a deep dive into the paperwork and the GitHub and all that stuff. So
Gotcha. I thought they were building like an EVM thing, it's like a similar to like a virtual machine type of thing. I gotta dive into what they're doing, but
yeah,
we shall
I tried
see,
to reach
man.
out. Yeah, I tried to reach out to Mikkel, reached out to him in DMs, and he told me that they're too busy. They're too busy to tell us what they're building. So we'll see if that changes. But that's stuff that kind of makes me bearish when a founder doesn't want to come talk about it, because every founder we talk to are just like they're so excited to talk about what they're building, right? But he probably doesn't want to get front ran either, so that could be it as well, because there might be just so much to do. So we'll see. Maybe they are really busy, but it was definitely kind of, like okay.
Are you saying it's time to get out?
No, I'm not saying it's time to get out. I'm just saying ride this thing, to 20, 25, 20 million to market cap and then see what happens. But yeah.
Yeah. That'd be great. That's like almost
4x.
a 3x from here. Yeah.
Yeah. So MScribe, the Nats has a new mint, vessels by MDV BTC Substance. So I'm an M Crown holder, so I was able to get whitelist for this, and you can get an M Crown pretty cheap. M Crown's only like $150, dude. They're really cheap.
Really? I thought those would be super high because
dude, I think it might be worth buying like 10 of those things, honestly, just because of the fact that and putting in.
You told me that it's continuous mint though, right?
Yeah, but people in the chat were telling me I'm wrong. So it's hard to find documentation on the M Crowns. I can't find anything. So, and they probably know more than I do. I mean, I'm pretty new to the NAT ecosystem for sure. But
so did you mint your vessel?
I did. I minted 2.
Oh, nice. I minted 1.
You're able to get 2 of them. I think it cost me like $60 and with the gas. So there's definitely some type of fee to that. I don't know if that's MScribe's fee or the MDV, but there's definitely some type of fee in there. I didn't find it appalling or anything. I just paid it and got my vessels. They look really cool though too. Did you see them?
Yeah, the 3D art, right?
Yeah.
So they're using non-arbitrary data to generate specific attributes for 3D art, which are custom to each block that they grab the data from. So yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna keep getting more and more interesting. You have more creative projects each time. With Tigabit, you have the actual clock, and I'm sure they're using block height, right?
Yep.
Or some sort of mechanism for time, and then now you have this 3D asset thing. So what's the next thing? Like, is it going to be like? Imagine being able to use a block for a fighting game character, right? And you're using non-arbitrary data to show power for power, speed, and you're using different metrics for each thing. So I have a feeling that kind of stuff is coming.
Yeah, I think you're right, dude. I'm here for it. I think that should be fun. And I think it's really early for the Nats and stuff like that, and we'll see what comes from it. Right now, it's just they're kind of like just knocking down the barriers. So first it was just like the mints, and now it's like 3D mints, but more and more is yet to come. So definitely. I think everyone should get a M crown for sure, because I think that gives you a whitelist to basically any mint. So I know there's some it doesn't, but I think most will.
Yes, sir.
All right, jumping over to the our good friend Jake.Sats. He put out Emblem Markets is now live, guys. So this is you know, it's Ethereum. So but you can go now and you can buy rare Pepes using Ethereum, which is, you know, it's Bitcoin native. So you know, they're actually not expensive as I thought, dude. Did you know that? Some of the rare Pepes are pretty cheap. Yeah, you know,
Really?
they're
Wow.
0.01. Yeah, no, and you can get them in ERC20 form through a vault from Emblem
720.
Vault. So yeah, 720. Yeah. But yeah, so they're pretty cheap.
Yeah, I'm actually
Definitely might be
shocked
worth
that
grabbing
Emblem
some.
Vault didn't already have a marketplace. But look, Jake is amazing. Like, we've had him on the
Yeah,
show. We've learned a lot from him. He has kind of like that historian approach to NFTs. And
yep,
so, look, since he's taken over CEO, I mean, they got a marketplace, they got multiple
yep.
partnerships. He's had to deal with some PR stuff from the past, but he's handled that very, very well. So congrats to Jake,
Yep.
and congrats to Emblem Vault for adding the marketplace. I think they're going to have their footprint in the Bitcoin ecosystem pretty strong footprint there.
Yep, and you're gonna be able to buy Goose Knolls on OpenSea now. Like, it's not up yet, but it looks like it's coming. So, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Hashlings, you know, Bitcoin Bandits, Ordinal Punks. So they're all going across chain now. You can get, so the Ethereum guys can get involved through a safe vault through Emma Vault. So pretty awesome. You kind of see the recent sales and stuff like that. So congratulations, Jake. Congratulations, Emma Vault. This is big for you guys.
Yep. And Ichitoshi said, I don't buy, hold ETH, or SOL NFTs personally. Yeah. So these are actually Bitcoin NFTs, or the rare Pepes and stuff. So you can actually bridge them back to Bitcoin. So they're just basically giving exposure to these Bitcoin NFTs, because the counterparty, I think they're considered NFTs, right? Or digital artifacts from Ordinals, and giving exposure to the Ethereum world. And that's why they're priced in ETH there.
Yep. All right. Jump in here. Yeah. Okay. Super fan. After converting with folks I admire and highly respect in the Ordinal dev space, I'm rebranding to Bitcoin Heroes. Going forward,
Rebranding Bitcoin Heroes.
I'm rebranding Bitcoin Heroes. Going forward, the project is officially Heroes, HIROS, launching July 15th, potentially. I'm gonna go try to find this tweet, but what do you think about this? Do you like the name?
I mean, I just need more context, right?
Yeah.
So obviously he had a good reason to do so. So if we can find a little bit more context, or maybe, I'm sure super fans in the chat, maybe you could just give us the answer straight there. But you know, I'm really just more excited about how these generative characters are going to work with you know, the platform that they're building, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I was,
the videos.
When you saw the Heroes with the eye, what'd you think of?
Yeah.
What did you think of first?
Which one?
What they changed it to?
Oh, I liked it. Hyros. Is it a wallet though?
Exactly. That's exactly that. So I don't know if that's the reasoning behind it, but definitely it's the old leather wallet name.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing I thought of as well. But yeah.
I like it though. Gen AI. Yeah, he's killing it, man. He's killing it. I'm gonna retweet this for you guys. Go see it.
Live retweet.
Yeah, man. So I can't wait to see more. Let us know when you're ready, man. We'd love to do a video with you, kind of showcasing everything. But it looks dope. The video looks amazing, and can't wait to hear more.
The cool part of those characters, though, is that like your character will evolve one way or the other, like, you know, stronger, or I don't know, zombified from like if he got bit or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's really, really cool, and that's why I love this stuff over here. It's like we're doing stuff that's like outside of the box. So
100%. Moving on to the next thing here. The image inscription frenzy continues. The activity happening on image inscriptions have outpaced every standard on Bitcoin for the last week. What do you think is causing this frenzy? So if you go to or.io, you can kind of see that this guy's face has been minted a
that
lot. I don't know, but he's being minted out here. I don't know why, but yeah, the Black Runner have their faces inscribed as well. So I mean, this guy's face is just been, but if you kind of go up here, you can kind of see within the last day and change trending to newest.
I was about to say, so I mean, like, why are those showing up? Because the inscription number is 191,000 on those.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
it might have been just commented on.
Yeah, I don't think it's filtered like
Gotcha.
for the most recent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm guessing these are the pizza pets.
Maybe.
But yeah, there's a lot of pizza pets. Yeah, if that is them, there's a ton of them. All being inscribed here. And you see, you still have your pup transfers and stuff like that. And then I think this is more of the pizza thing. So it's definitely the pizza pets are really causing the inscription stuff. But I don't really see too much images. It's really
did you see that? Well, it looks like a new collection.
What is it? This is a collection? You got?
Well, no, this.
Oh shit!
Okay, instantly, like, who do you think of whenever you see that? Like, who could be behind it? You don't have anybody in your mind?
No,
I'm probably wrong, but there's somebody that like comes to my mind like as soon as I see that.
Really? Yeah. Say it. Who is it?
Hype.
Really? Oh, yeah, could be Hype. Yay! Now you say that, dude. Hype from OSD. It could be.
I'm that's complete speculation. I'm just guessing, but
yeah, it definitely has his touch there. Is Hype dropping a new project? Kind of like the Keck Maxis.
That's just what I thought. I know, man. I need them Keck Maxis to pop up, man. I got the blue eyes, bro. I thought those were gonna take me to the moon.
We just said Pizza Pets. We'll kind of get into that then. Pizza Pets just inscribed instructions on how to get access to the upcoming airdrop. So it was on Ordinal, and you can kind of see it right at the top there. It was like one of the first inscriptions when you go to Ordinal, and it had like all these. Here it is, right here. Well, that's not what I was trying to do. At the stage, there you go. All right, Pizza Pets airdrop partnerships. So fair and transparent, supporting all active communities. You have to submit an application to pets.pizza. Should we do this? Should we try to get on here?
The Pizza Pets?
Yeah.
Don't you have to own like a ninja?
I think communities, I think it's like KOL type of stuff like that they're doing, maybe. I don't know. But
dude, no, you know what, man? Like, I'm not gonna do anything again for that project because, or
I know we did the video.
We did a video and they completely ignored us.
I know.
And so
we were small back then, though. We were like 500.
That's actually worse.
I know.
That's actually worse because like they were trying to promote that like community members should do it, like any community members, like it doesn't matter, and the fact that they didn't even like acknowledge it, like I'm not doing anything for that. No.
Yeah. So real quick though, Superfan did have a couple comments here. He said, "Yup, I'm here. Mainly I need a good ticker name." Okay. And going with a Japanese style name as a nod to Satoshi. Also working a character named Hero into the lore from the old TV shows Heroes. Okay, that makes sense. And then he goes, I was worried about people confusing the name Hero Wallet. Yeah, so he had the same idea and even the Hero tool set on stacks. But I was, whatever, let's effing go mode, keeping it moving at high speed. Yeah, 100%, dude. Just do whatever you feel is best for your project. I wouldn't really worry about anything else. I probably should have checked with you guys for some advice. Nah, it's cool. We're not KOLs or anything. I'm just kidding. We're not. I mean, dude, it's up to you. I don't feel offended at all, man. I think it was a good move. But the first thing I would have said to you in that situation was, it's real close to Hero Wallet, but you already got that. So you would have got the same thing as you're already thinking from us. But yeah.
100%, man. 100%.
But Toshi likes it. He says it's a good name change, in my opinion, Superfan. And each Toshi is the only one person that really matters because he's probably going to be definitely using it. I'm definitely going to use it too. But they wanted to name leather for some reason. So the reason why Hero changed to leather is because somebody put out a fake Hero on Apple, and people were downloading it and adding their seed phrase to it and getting hacked, and they couldn't get that down. So that is why leather originally changed to. I'm sorry, Hero originally changed to leather.
Couldn't anybody do that for any wallet then?
Yeah, you could, but I think that people, since they didn't have one
How
yet,
fast you catch it or something?
well, I think that I think now there is a leather wallet now. I think maybe I don't
Oh
know. I
yeah,
don't know
yeah.
why
It is.
they just did it that
They
way, but
rebranded to leather for sure, but I
yeah,
didn't know that was the reason. And if it
I
is the
think
reason,
it was so tainted because so many people fell for it.
gotcha.
So
Yeah. Be careful out there if you're using like those applications to download wallets, or if you are a wallet, try to catch that early so you can mitigate that.
yep. And our last thing here is Unitap. They put out their stuff for their mint, and I mean, I was appalled by the pricing, but they did end up changing it.
That
I mean,
response was hilarious just now.
I was. I mean, dead honest. So real quick though, Unitap OG Pass airdrops to 148 tap protocol hub tokens, no fees while using Unitap services. Early access to features, promotions, newly launched services. So the total supply is 6,000. Public supply is 4,000, and the private supply is 2,000. We had these guys on the show. If you want to go check out that video, but let me bring up their Twitter real quick and show you the two messages before we get into the Ordinal After Hour. So the first one, okay, here it is right here. Let me grab this, bring this over. All right, so this is it right here. It says, so the original was here. They said, when? July 3rd, Wednesday next week, 4 p.m. How much? 0.0049. So let me get my Bitcoin converter out here.
I think it's $300.
Yeah. So 0.0049 is exactly $300. Great job, Yagobi. So yeah, so about $300 for this. I think that's way too much. Only whitelisted participants, no limit, no supply. That kind of threw me off there. It's such a big ask from your community and in this type of market. But then they said, they came out and they acknowledged that maybe the pricing was too high. And they said, we are aware that the price of the OG pass in the public sale round one, as announced a few hours ago, have been taking people off guard. We want as many as you would possible taking part in the public round. Therefore, we will allow you to decide on the public round price plus OG pass. So they're
How does that
letting
work?
people decide. Maybe you can kind of do like the no monkeys kind of like type of thing. I don't
Oh,
know.
like a Dutch auction?
Yeah, maybe. There's not much information besides that. But I mean, the comments were,
That was actually, at the end of the day, that was like the smartest thing that they could have done.
the no
The Dutch
monkeys.
auction.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, obviously the best move would have been originally just going with the Dutch auction, not saying free and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
in terms of price point, because like I think the Dutch auction floor was what, 0.03, right?
Yeah, it was super cheap. Yeah, point.
Imagine and during
yeah.
that time, well, I mean that's cheap for like a node monkey, but like
Yeah.
0.03 is $1,800.
Yeah.
And at the time, I think it came out to be right around there. It was like, no, it was 15. It was like, I remember people saying it was like 1,300 or 1,500. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But imagine throwing like just 10K at
full,
right?
Or a full Bitcoin like one of our friends did.
but that's node monks. Those were super low inscription. People were anticipating. And when you do an OG pass, I think that's hard to really justify that, or just a copy of like the Karma Stone, right? And so I think that's why people, the Karma Stone, they try to do 1,000, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Karma Stone. No, Karma Stone was, it was insane. That was those guys are jokes.
So
this is a question for you. He said, should I long Merle again or wait for the 25 cents drop? You think Merle will hit 25 cents?
No, I don't think so. But that's not financial advice. You need to do your research and whatever your trading strategy is, figure out if you believe that it's going to go to 25 cents. I just don't really see it, because I don't see Bitcoin really, I don't see it going below 59, maybe the worst case 58,000, in the next 2 days. And I think that it's kind of like last chance to really kind of, bleed out hard. And if it doesn't do that, then like Merle's, even if, let's say Bitcoin gets to 59,000, Merle maybe gets to like 26, high 26 cents. Yeah. Low 27 cents. So, and it'll touch it. it could touch 25 cents. But I don't know. I think as long as you have your liquidation price safe in like the 22 to 23 cent mark, and this is me personally, I think I would feel pretty safe with that. I mean, last time we took in these conditions right before the entire market took off, you and I got in at 32 cents. If we were patient, and we both did very well on that play, but if we were patient, we could have made tons, because that went from 32 cents to 67 cents.
Yep.
You're looking at like a huge come up there. So I would say, just whatever research you use for your trading with your indicators and all that stuff, use your, try to make your best decision on that.
100%. All right, let's get into the one of the favorite parts of the show here, which is the Ordinal After Hours. So if you guys don't know, the first hour of the show we call the Ordinal Hour. The second part of the show, which is now, we call the Ordinal After Hour. We kind of really get you guys involved. So if you guys do have any questions, pop them in the chat. We'll take a look at stuff. Tell us to look at something. Whatever you guys want. This half hour is yours. We can go longer depending on the questions. The more questions in the chat, the longer we stay. So I don't think the big Bitcoin machines are going to get back to us, but we'll see if they come in last second at 12:30. But we'll see, and we'll kind of take it as is. But for now, we'll jump into some Q&A.
Let's do it. We got 325 people on a Tuesday, on a slow Tuesday. So appreciate each and every one of you guys. Let's go ahead and jump into the comments here. We got PJ and Z says, "Let's go. Ready for some July gains." Might have to wait a little bit. Maybe throughout this week, beginning of next week, Friday or Monday, Tuesday, possibly get back to that aggressiveness. And I think you said Aaron said that the stars are aligning that we're going to be slow until the 15th, right?
Yeah, her tweet today, I'm not really into that stuff, but she said something about we're going to get relief on the 5th, but that's not going to last, and then we're not going to see real relief until the 15th. So,
and this is through that aligns tarot card.
Yeah, I don't know, some of the sky and the moon and the energy and stuff. I don't know. I don't get it, but they do. So, and she's been right. Like, she's been on point with a lot of the stuff she says. So.
Yeah, I'm going with my initial, which I say 64 to 65,000. I mean, I don't know though, because I said 64.5 for Friday, but if it hits 64.5, that actually could trigger like a really strong uptrend, because 64.2 is that confirmation of trend reversal, like the last one. So I'm gonna leave it at 64.5, but
okay. We'll give you plus or minus 500. Okay, that's all we can give.
No, I need plus or minus 5,000.
Well, then I'm gonna be right every week. Let's go 70K. No, I'm joking.
All right. Patapoo says Uniworld, Key of Destiny, read white paper. Fractal Bitcoin use case combined with AI for gaming, creating worlds. Keys will give you Fractal Bitcoin airdrops. Oh, interesting. I did not know that part. But yeah, so the specific use cases, it says the text outline, or is it right here? With specific use cases. It says potential applications such as creating optimized instances for ordinals, facilitating large-scale virtual worlds. So Uni worlds is what I'm thinking there, and other blockchain-based applications that require extensive on-chain computation and storage. So yeah, that's probably what he's talking about there. But very interesting that the keys will get you airdrops. I love this though. Like, I love that. Like, I think if we play our cards right, like us here, if we play our cards right and we're open-minded, and you remember how last bull market went, it went from L2 to L2 to sidechain to L2 after Ethereum. I mean, how could you not be happy about that? It's like when you're ready for the next meta protocol to blow up, you're ready. You already know. So post bull market, I can see where we probably need to narrow down. All right, let's see the next thing here. Did you have anything on that? The Uni world?
I'm just not bullish on that stuff at all, honestly.
Yeah. You'll get there, like the DMT.
Hopefully. I mean, that happens, it happens a lot. We'll see. I mean, it just, I don't know. It just doesn't.
I mean, I've definitely had to trace my steps a couple times throughout this entire experience, just because like a couple things like rats, for example, I was
Yeah.
not bullish on. I thought rats
Yeah.
had its little pump and it was done. Like, I don't know about that whole rats thing. And that showed me, that gave me conviction after that point that China #1 in terms of tokens. Because I was like, rats wasn't really a Chinese movement at first until it was, and then after that it was over.
I mean, it was the #1 zodiac sign. I thought it was pretty obvious. You know, I don't know.
But the people pushing it was like block and stuff at first, and then unless we just weren't paying attention to,
we weren't paying attention. I think they took it and ran with it. They're not paying attention to us.
Yeah,
China #1.
All right, yeah, sure. Says Switzerland's banking system was always ahead of the rest. Yeah,
that's 100%
very true. So, you know, that gives you, you know, the sign that, you know, that they got it right with Bitcoin.
I do remember in the movie Blow when he goes back to Switzerland to get his money out the bank, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's gone," and he's like, "What?" And yeah, so that was I remember that. Well, that was early '90s, right? So he
that was probably a prison. Like
he thinks he has like thing. Yeah, he thinks he has all this money in the Switzerland bank account. He goes and they said, yeah, well, it's not here. And he's like, what? So.
Yep. All right, Patapoo says, we won't blast off again until we get a weekly candle close above 65,158, the 0.5 fib retracement level measured from the last major high to low. Good information there.
Yeah.
We'll see how we are this Sunday for the weekly close. All right, let's see. Ichitoshi says, how are they doing that? Are they forking it then? Or will it be similar to stacks? So, I mean, they're just replicating. Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know if it would be considered like a fork or what, but I just do know that they're replicating the code, Bitcoin Core code, and they're going to be interacting with Bitcoin Core code for these transactions and stuff. So the way that they made it seem like is, you know, almost kind of like another meta protocol layer, but you know, you do have to bridge into it and bridge out if you want to have your tokens there. LSR says, this question is for you. It says, will tap runes stacks coexist, or will one or more fall out of relevance? I wonder why you included just those three.
Because PRX20s, why stacks? Stacks isn't anything. I'm not bullish on stacks even a little bit. Runes to tap. So runes is the now tap could be next with their ICP type of environment to get to EVM contracts, stuff like that. So I'm just curious. Benny's community is huge. They're already built community. They're huge. They're big, and I'm just bullish on that. I've never been bullish on stacks. And runes. I think runes is going to be the one to win it all. So we'll see.
As much as, you know, builders probably don't want to hear this, marketing is everything in crypto. You know,
and runes are the only ones who have good marketing right now. Stacks marketing sucks.
And Tap's marketing got ratcheted up, you know, after they got some funding and stuff. So that was like one of the best things for them. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna matter. I do think, you know, some of these smaller meta protocols will probably take some chances by trying to market, but we'll see how that plays out. Johnny Utah says, let's make Counterparty great again. The original Bitcoin sidechain and rare Pepe trading cards. Hey, I'm all for it, especially with the rare Pepes, you know. But what do you think about that? Do you think Counterparty has a shot?
I think they have to move the ordinals. I don't think they have a shot in their native whatever they're using now. I think they would have to burn and then remake them on the ordinal side a legit way. And Movevault's doing a good job of that though. But until they become ordinals, and they should have jumped on the ordinals train back, you know, pre a million, because that would have gave them even more of a up, you know. So
well, and that's the thing too. It makes me wonder if they've ever had like actually like strong or like a strong like I don't want to use the wrong words here because I don't want to say that, you know, they didn't have like good effort before, but you know, I just feel like, you know, it would have been a good opportunity for them to, you know, bring their name back in the headlines. You know, stamps, I'll tell you what, man, the thing about stamps, you know, they they put the effort out there. They didn't get it because they didn't have the certain marketing power, but the effort was there. It was constantly like, can you talk about us? Can you guys, talk about stamps, and to the point where like they actually had centralized exchanges kind of do like little articles on them.
Yeah,
Remember seeing those, and we're like,
yep.
is okay,
They're talking about stamps. Yeah,
exactly. So it'd be interesting to see like if Counterparty actually has people that can market it, because I think Counterparty, when I hear Counterparty, I think like retro, cool. That's because of rare Pepes and stuff. So I think they have a market, but like if they don't have marketing power or can't even like get back in the headlines during this crazy Renaissance period, then I don't know if they can make it.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, Tim Madden says, for the airdrop, when do you expect the airdrop? Will we have to claim? How much money per 100 track do you expect?
So for every 100 track, you're going to get 6 tap tokens. That's what I'm expecting. Could be lower if you didn't get them for both snapshots. If you just got the one snapshot, it could be 3 to every track. I don't know this for sure. I'm just guessing, but the max you'll get for every 100 is 6. I think the min you'll get is 3, but we'll see with that. So it'll probably be an airdrop. Tap has the best airdropping system ever. It's super cheap. I can't see them why they would make a claim when they can just airdrop it. So it will be an airdrop. 6 max to every track that every 100 track that you hold. So if you have 1,000, potentially you get 60 tap tokens. So.
Yep. I'm just excited for the tap stuff to be released. The marketplace should be coming.
I'm more bullish on the marketplace than the coins. Obviously, I'm getting an airdrop because I'm a track holder. For at least one of the snapshots anyway. I'm curious to see how it responds. I will be buying tap. Tap comes out and hopefully people dump it. I'm going to be trying to snag it up at cheap prices. I do think they're going to push that token to Valhalla for sure.
Yasher says, I worked on Rune Terminal Testnet. I personally do not think it's going to make it. Maybe I'm wrong. The whole project does not seem that professional. There's a weird feeling, right, about it.
I'm not bullish on them at all, really.
Yeah. I mean, it's so crazy because, like, sometimes it's hard to see the opportunity over here and or if you have the opportunity and because I feel like a lot of people have such good opportunity over here and they don't even realize it, and then they kind of I'm not saying that that's what's happening here, I'm just from other examples as well that I've seen people squander away opportunities over here, and it's not the easiest to get an opportunity because community over here is more about trust. Do I recognize this person? Who are they being backed by? So if you do get like this opportunity, you have to take advantage of it over here. You can't squander that away. And I hate to see when that happens.
Yep, I agree.
Amir Dawood says McCrown is infinite mint, but only those who have test crowns can mint it, and the total supply is 4,000. Infinite mint, but the total supply is 4,000. So maybe the current total circulating supply is 4,000. And if you have test crowns, then those are the people that can mint it. Interesting.
We got some breaking news here, but Standard Chargers came out and said
I saw that
100,000 by election day, and could hit all-time high in July.
August.
Well, by August, before August, so July.
Oh yeah, by August, yeah, that'd be awesome, right? If we got to like
75,000.
I would want more than that because I feel like that's very that would suck. I want at least like 78 to 80.
Yeah,
it would feel more like an all-time high.
Yeah.
Is that greedy of me to say that?
No, it's a perspective. I think I wouldn't say greedy at all. I just think that to say it's not going to hit those numbers is I think below expectations for sure.
Yasher says the price for Unitap is 0.000245. So
they must have got the vote in then. So it was a vote on their Discord, and so they must have changed it. So it is now what, $150, which is a little bit more.
No, dude. It went from $300 to $15.18.
Oh,
So it's a
wow.
huge drop off.
Okay.
Yeah, that's more like it. That's
Yeah.
the Bitcoin way.
Yeah.
The Bitcoin ecosystem way right there. Okay.
100%.
Ant-Man says Bitcoin is struggling. We're definitely dipping under 59K. I wouldn't be too confident about that. We'll see. If we do, I don't see that 50K scenario again. Maybe 58 and then bounce back up. We'll see. I just don't. I don't really see that happening. We'll see though. I can be completely wrong. I am wrong. Many times. So. All right. Yashir says, I have a question. If the CBDC takeover and attached to social score, does it make the society better and more law-abiding people with less crime and chaos? That's a good question. That's a good question, though.
No, I mean, it depends, right? So, taking away everyone's freedom, putting everyone in socialism, does that make society better? But yes, but for who? You know what I mean? Yeah, to the government, it makes everything so much easier, right? It's amazing for the government. For the people who have to live in it, yeah, I mean, yeah, you might go outside and not see any crackheads, and you might not see any chaos or anything, but at the same time, you're probably can do something very small and go to jail for it. You can probably, do something non-intentionally to get in trouble and go to jail for it. So it depends on who, right? So
or just taking away your funds and you can't pay rent.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something.
And yep. So, or if there's a CBDC, they're going to come after Bitcoin. They're going to make Bitcoin only tradable on centralized exchanges. The only way you'll be able to get it in the future is an ETF, and they're going to make self-custodian wallets non-exist. Because like if they keep the self-custodian wallets around with a CBDC, who the hell is going to use a CBDC? Everything else is going to be used in Monero and stuff like that because it's untraceable and you can't get in trouble. So if they do go this route, then they're gonna have to build massive jails like El Salvador did. El Salvador opened up a prison that is the size of like Manhattan. Like it's
different regions though.
So yeah, but yeah.
You think that like there's a lot of protesting now. Imagine if this went into effect, and think about like the more impoverished areas in let's just say the US right now. Right. And a lot of times, crimes come out of those areas because they don't really have much to work with and they're trying to, be able to get somewhere. So their social score is going to be horrible. Right. So they're not going to be able to do anything. So if people are talking about like privilege this, privilege that, this is going to hold back people more than anything that, come from a lower income community. So protesting could get like 100 times worse, in my opinion, because they feel like they just can't get anywhere. So I just think it's a horrible idea. And I don't think that at least the US is going to get to that point. We'll see.
Well, if Biden wins, you will. Right? If Biden wins, we're 4 years away from it.
Yeah, but he's not going to even be the nominee. So.
It doesn't matter. If the Democrats win, I think Bitcoin
actually probably more if someone else wins on their side. All right. E-Spirit says, do you think Dogecoin will outperform Bitcoin once again this cycle? I think it is.
What? No.
The only crypto with Ethereum and maybe Solana that outperforms Bitcoin since it was created in 2013. They're talking about the percentage gain.
Just buy dog.
I mean,
buy dog.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of options for that. It will from a percentage gain. I mean, those coins supply the problem. So I mean, I'm not sure actually. Maybe not, because I'm not sure how high it can get because it's like infinity supply and they don't have like burning mechanisms like Ethereum does.
For Doge gets back to 50 cents, the market cap would be like 2 times higher than it was at 70 cents because the amount of supply that's existing today than it did 4 years ago.
Yeah. The one thing I'll say though is that they have that inscription ecosystem now. So that is a plus for Doge in terms of people having to buy Doge to buy these other things. They'll probably try to expand that.
Let's see what 8-bit, the best dev over there, can do, right?
He's not Dev.
He's building. He's the only one building over there. So the whole Doge ecosystem depends on 8-bit.
Yasher put in a good comment here. It says none of these protocols have the advantage of rooms. Transfer inscription is irritating when you can have a token that does not need it. Stacks could be huge, but they did not hype it.
Yep, I agree with this comment 100%. Yes, Yasher is on point here.
Kai Effects says, good afternoon, guys. It's a busy day for me, but can't miss the video. Appreciate you, man. Just, if you're busy, no worries. We know that you will be back, as always. Cash Cat says, maybe I missed it. I'm at work. Do y'all have an opinion on Fractal Bitcoin and beta using Unisat wallet? So Shizzy's not bullish on it. I am bullish on it to a certain extent until, obviously when things get rolled out, it's going to make or break that opinion. But I don't know. I feel like there's you have Binance backing Unisat like on almost everything. I mean, they listed Ordi, they listed Sats. I feel like they're going to list Pizza, and so and it might not be a huge like investment for them, but I think they see it as like a huge upside. So they're rooting for Unisat. They want Unisat to release something successful, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right. Reziac says, not sure if you got to this question yesterday. I had to take off. If so, ignore. Being that ordinals are priced in Bitcoin, how do you expect Bitcoin reaching its USD highs will affect the Bitcoin value of ordinals?
So I've said this for a while. I think when Bitcoin's at 100K and something is 0.1 today, it probably won't hold that 0.1 status, right? So I think everything in ordinals goes up against the dollar. I think most things kind of go down against Bitcoin. Let's just say the no monkeys are now being 0.2. 0.2 when Bitcoin is $700,000 is going to be over $180,000, right? So it's one of those things, or 150,000. So it's one of those things where can it hold that value against Bitcoin? Maybe.
I think it does.
But most things are going to go down against Bitcoin, but up against the dollar.
So I think we're going to be very shocked. We're going to see some that have 1, 2, 3 Bitcoin floor. Maybe not 3, but definitely multiple.
Like
but it's not. I don't think it lasts. I don't think it lasts long.
Okay.
I don't think it lasts long. I think it's like a peak. Like, oh damn, well, can you believe that happened? And then like sell off will happen. But I do think that we see that because you're gonna in the middle of the bull market, that there's some of these Bitcoiners that are even maxis that like to gamble a little bit. Yeah. And they're going to slowly come over because they're going to can't ignore it, all the craziness, right? Yeah. They didn't want to bridge their Bitcoin before. They would never do that. Yeah. That's like, blasphemy. But if they can do it without bridging it,
come over, a quick buy.
Exactly. So I think we're going to see a crazy market, guys, all over the place. Like, so it's going to be very interesting. I Walk Alone says, what do you know about the Zbit loot boxes? Do you know anything about that?
Well, we're supposed to have them on in about 4 minutes, so we'll find out. I mean, they might be. This won't be the first time the BTC machines forgot about us, so it'll actually be the third
time. Yeah. But this time they were knocking on the door like crazy. So
yeah, this is all of them. So we gave them the right time. So we'll see.
353 people up in here on a Tuesday. Yasher says the Caspa is the new blockchain that has proof of work. Its protocol. KRC20 just introduced. Yeah, I actually saw that.
Did you?
I wonder. Well, I didn't see any token names, but yeah, I did see that Caspa has their own standard now. What is it? KRC20?
KRC20, yeah.
I wonder if it's smart contract. It's proof of work, so is it UTXO?
Yeah. Might be, yeah.
So they have a... Oh, I did see. It was Nacho. That's their first meme coin. It's a cat coin.
Gotcha.
Cat coins. Is it going to be cats this time? No?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Well, I think that wraps up the questions here.
should we just jump into some market updates while we see if
Yeah.
Pop's going? They still haven't seen the Telegram post.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Well,
yeah. Let's
jump over here real quick. So we got ZZZ Fehu sitting at around $13. Dog go to the moon at a little still below a penny at what are they at? They're at 9.38 sats. Bank of Nakamoto sitting at 9.4 sats. RSIC really getting handed ever since the BitGod tweeted the 8-ball. This has just been
Stop bringing that up for the sake of the
RSIC
sats. For the sake of the RSIC bag holders,
RSIC needs to come out and they need to say we have nothing to do with BitGod. I mean, BitGod's a good person, right? But everything he's touched that we know of has gone to zero.
What was the Harry Potter thing where the man was it the one who we don't speak of? Or I forgot what this name was.
Yeah. It's the
that's what you need to say instead. Just for the sake of their bags, because I feel like
they need to come out. Rune, everyone's saying now that the Rune Dev is BitGod, right? So that's the rumor right now that it's always been BitGod. So we think the BitGod was part of No Monkeys, but he never came out and said anything good about No Monkeys. So it was different than it is now, right? So, and we definitely think that he had something to do with whether they bought the Node Monkeys from Raktoshi or not. But I don't know. I just feel bad for RSIC holders right now because you could see a lot more down now that BitGod is reportedly a part of the team, but we'll see.
Yeah, but guys, that is just speculation, rumors, no factual evidence.
Yeah.
So take that into account too as well.
100%. Yeah. So, but they say they can come out and say that if they wanted to at any point.
Who's they though? Who's the one behind the thing?
Rune Dev, the Rune Dev, okay. or they have an account too. They have the RSIC account as well. So,
gotcha.
Pups World Peace, sitting at 7 cents at $88 million market cap. This got down to a $46 million. This got down to a $46 million market cap and then popped. So I don't know.
All right, here's my question: Do the pups ever recapture that same energy that they once had?
Yeah, I think they do. I think it comes back stronger.
Wow. Okay.
So, I mean, do you obviously seem to be in another camp?
I mean, I think that's really hard to do.
Yeah.
I mean, they literally took like an inscription in the millions numbers and didn't seem like it was like backed by any investors or anything. Like if you look at Quantum Cats, there's investors there, or at least a huge raise, right? And then you look at Ninja's investors and raise. So, and Pups was stronger than both of those in terms of community. Pups was the strongest community, in my opinion. If
I agree,
Node Monks was Pups community, I think Node Monks would have got past the 1 Bitcoin floor.
Yeah, I think you're right there. No, 100%. $1 billion cat is the next one. This one seems to be more looked at now as a sleeper pick right here at 49 million. $1 billion cat. Epic sitting at $44 million, sitting flat from yesterday. Low Bud Wolf Pup is that's up on the hour. Let me switch this to the 1 day. Okay. So what I say? Billion Cat down 9%, RSIC down 5%, Epic up 5%, Low Bud Wolf Pup up 1.7%, Satoshi Nakamoto down 4%, Decentralized. This is another one that reminds me a little bit of OXPT. I said it before, but when I say that, I mean just like the prices. So this is about 2 months in. April 19th was the day it was birth. So we're about May 19th. So we're almost 3 months in. The charts look very similar to where OXPT was 3 months later. Time frames are very similar as well. It was like midsummer, like July, August. So I don't know. This is supposed to be. We needed more information. Down 13%. This is down only. Runes X Bitcoin sitting up 4%, sitting at a little under a penny. Gob is Gob up 7%. Gob is Gob is the only one really been up only these last couple weeks. Gob is Gob. Zbit, another one, it's down 1.26%. And this up 33% since yesterday. RSM Rune State Machine. I love the ticker. Oh, you Rune State Machine.
Yeah,
RSM.
that's cool. That's cool, but I feel like 20 million is a good target, but
I mean, 20 million only puts it's out of the top 10.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, okay, so it's driven up pretty drastically, right? Like in terms of hype and also percentage gain. If you look at the percentage gain for it, what is it? Is it up like 40%? 33%. But before that, it was like 1,000%.
1,600% on 7 day.
Okay, so
and the 30 day.
How much juice does it have left to get to 20 million market cap, right? So
when the Black Runner's calling it the track of runes, I mean, think about it. Imagine getting track at $7 million market cap.
So do you think this continues up even though like the market conditions are shaky right now? Or do you think 20 million once like Bitcoin is busted back up like closer to like 70K again?
I think just stay steady. I think you can see it get to 13 in a down market, maybe 14. But then once Bitcoin reaches like 65, if even gets to your number on Friday, 64, this is over 20 million by Friday.
I think so. Wow.
I think so. Yeah.
300% from where it is now. Almost like 250.
There's a lot of people that are looking to they're trying to get out of like a lot of the memes and get into a lot of utility plays. And if this is the track of Bitcoin, this could be, minimum $50 million market cap in 2-3 months. I mean, that's what Track did. So I don't know. I'm just going by what Blackrunner said yesterday. You know what I mean? I haven't dug deep enough into the paperwork to see exactly what they're building. I am a holder of this, for sure, but it's one of those things where I'm just kind of on the edge here. I think it's going to be really. I think $7 million is too cheap for something that they're building like this. Like it should be $20 million just on speculation alone.
Woo. Speculation going for a lot during this market.
I mean, look, dude, you saw RSIC over 200 million, and no one knows what the hell they're building, and they're building something.
Yeah, but they also came out of the gates. Like they came out the gate with a listing on OKX, though, which was paid for, I'm sure. But like,
Yep. But like again, this is all It's $155 million speculation. You know,
off of something that was the very first ordinal it pre-rune that was the most like intricate in terms of how you were able to earn it. So there was reason why the speculation was there, right? Like there was product release, there was stuff like that in terms of the pre-rune. At least I feel like out of everybody, like RSIC really did the trickery the most on the holders, right? Like the bait and switch. Obviously they still can fix that by releasing whatever they're going to release, but man, that would be like the ultimate comeback story if they release something really legit and awesome, because there's 100%. Probably a lot of sad people with that.
And they got the money to do it. But look at Bank, right? Bank sitting at a $122 million market cap. Again, it's kind of very similar to that. They own 87% of the supply. RSM has 40% of the supply, right? So you got to remember too, the market cap, just because it says 7 million, it's not 7 million. It's like 5 million right now, 4 million, right? Because
how much? What's the BAMP market cap right now?
122 million. But it's really
but that's not legitimate.
Million. Yeah, it's really like 22 million.
Okay.
And then, so that's what I'm saying. It's got to remember too, 40% supply here. I think a 4x is easy. I think it deserves to be in the top 10, and to get in the top 10, it needs to be above $24 million.
Yeah.
So
that Satoshi Nakamoto is getting to a price to where I probably want to
121.
Buy some more up. If it gets close to $1, because that thing always rides with the entire runes ecosystem.
Yep, I agree, and I would love to get it under the 98 cents. I think that would be a steal for Satoshi Nakamoto. But again, we're still curious on what that. I mean, we know that's just a meme, right? We are curious on what's going to happen.
But I feel like it's kind of like built out, like it's meme power and stuff. It actually reminds me of Ordi in the sense of like, not necessarily, it's not going to be the leader, but it's one that is always like it's not going to zero, basically. You know what I mean? So it's sustainable. It's been sustainable over the entire period. There's a lot of holders. So I'm interested to see where that ends up.
Yeah. Well, speaking of RSM, this is something that I didn't know about. RSM is going to airdrop that part of the 40% to the community. They will announce details. So that's even bigger. Right? So, I mean, potentially I own more than I own, technically, right? So That'd be awesome. 40% of supply. That means if you hold, that's just for easy numbers. If you hold 1 million, you're gonna get another 400,000 potentially.
That's crazy.
So,
yeah. This is a good comment too from Sixes. Billy, 2 to 3x holder count during this consolidation. Not sure if any others can say the same. I'm actually bullish on Billy. I think the art that they have for it was genius. I mean, you can like put that on those Bitcoin glasses on any ordinal. We've seen it on other ordinals. So I actually think that Dog is going to be the most market cap. I think that Billy has, it's like the Floki versus the sheep.
Yeah.
Dog is the sheep. Billy could be the Floki, and I see that. But
now I'm got me over here to freaking going to Rune State Machines' Twitter to see if this is
Sixes also says that he said sad that Arsic and Wenko Fanko both big. I actually think Wenko Manko has resurgence. Arsic really depends on that team, what they end up delivering. Because at the end of the day, like I said, Arsic is on OKX, the centralized exchange. That's a big deal. And it's been added to Surf Protocol, the leverage trading platform on Merlin. So, you know, there's multiple places that Arsic has liquidity. You know, so I don't think that Arsic just disappears. I think, you know, it has a chance to bounce back. Does it? We'll see. It's not going to go to zero, at least in this bull market, I don't think, because it's already added. They're not going to take it off like in the beginning of the bull market. You know what I mean? They'll probably see how it performs during the bull market, and then OKX will probably make a decision after the bull market and say, hey, this thing's not getting volume at all. Let's remove it. Or if it does well, then they'll keep it. But it's going to be interesting how a lot of these things play out. You know, like you have Mr. Yin, it dropped to 10 cents today, but the meme power is the best in Bitcoin. One of the top best meme like posts in all of crypto, I feel like. So
where is that Mr. Yen? He's got to be getting his butt kicked here.
He's working.
Going back to 25th.
He's working. 9 cents.
22%.
How many holders? Can you click on it?
Where do you go? Oh, just click on there.
Yeah, and it should say holders there at the bottom. 1790 something right there where it says. Yeah.
So, 1,798.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Is that it? Does that wrap it
up?
Yeah,
we gave them 11 minutes. They're not commenting back to our Telegram. So the BTC machine was supposed to be here today, guys, but we're gonna have to cut this because we do have a meeting at 1:30. And if they do join late, we don't have time for it. We needed them to come on before 12:30. So so again, this is the third time BTC machines forgot about us, but it's all right. Well, you know, third time's the charm.
Not charm.
Not charm.
Well, I mean, the thing is that they were the ones that like kept messaging
they reached out to us.
Yeah, no big deal. Make sure to check out our partners, guys. Ordinal Hive. We had them on with amazing Merlin Mondays yesterday. It was awesome. Thank you guys for showing up. We gave away 5 passes. Show up to next Monday as well. So they are the Blur of Bitcoin. They're going to be very, very competitive in that market. I'm excited for them. And then Fluid Tokens, our other partner, they're building directly here on native Bitcoin. They have a RuneStex that, man, they got a lot of stuff coming, but the RuneStex is the first one to where they're front loading the liquidity from the buy and sell ordering book limits sorry, couldn't even talk just now, but go use their platform, guys. Earn the points because the dashboard's coming out and the top 1,000 point earners will get a Fluid Pass airdrop, which could lead to other things that involve the points as well. Then you have VDEX that's going to be launching on Merlin chain as well. Bitcoin layer 1 asset, DEX there, and then Traverse Labs, the best security option on Bitcoin to protect your Bitcoin layer 1 assets.
100%, guys. And if you guys wouldn't mind going over to ordinalrevolution.com, we have some of the best articles here. If you know someone who's new, just getting into space, please send them our website. They can really help them along. And if you're going to Bitcoin Nashville, don't pay full price. Get the 21% off coupon right up here. Just click that. That'll take you to their site. And if you're going to Bitcoin Nashville, you should definitely check out our store here. Let's go there. Let's show the maxis, that we're here. And I'm in the US apparently. So that's cool. Check out all of our stuff here. So But yep. And I think that's our show. We're live Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific, and it's Toshi said 4 p.m. UTC. So definitely check us out all week, guys. We'll be here. We'll be live for 4th of July. Nothing changes. You guys will be out on vacation and stuff. We'll be here. We'll be here working for you guys, making sure you guys are all caught up on everything. And so definitely, if you haven't checked out our membership, definitely check out the membership. We have a membership program, but what you're getting from that right now is you're getting our portfolio. We're turning $5,000 into $100,000. That is the goal. Right now we have added a total of $3,000. We're probably going to be adding within the next couple of weeks, and kind of maybe taking profit on RSM if it gets to my $20 million target. But we will see. And tune in for that. Check that out, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Peace.
We OG, oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Rooms is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, lock it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.